It's okay.
I like how you have a makeshift like studio here.
Yeah. Should I put that in the video? Because it's recording right now.
Oh.
All right, let's talk about how I went pro. My name's Greg. You're watching How to Play Paintball. Okay, so this video, what I wanted to do is actually go ahead and give you guys some tips on how I was finally able to make it into the pro leagues. Now, the first thing that I would say is the things that I wish I had done different, that I feel like I could have gone pro probably quicker if I had done these earlier. First things first, I would say, is make sure that you're doing drills. That's something that I really wish that the way that I drill now, I wish I had done back when I had first started playing. I'd be able to be a lot better than I am now. Actually, I would be a lot better. So drills are something that are going to help you with all your fundamentals. You look at Michael Jordan and you hear about the stories of him going and doing free throws for hours. There's a reason why he's considered one of the greatest of all time. And I know people will try to say LeBron. LeBron's doing the same thing too. It's not like he's just naturally talented. And a lot of it is people don't see all of the effort that people put in their background. Literally, I'll go out and shoot a target for I don't know how long and try to see about what I can do differently. Honestly, if you want to get good at paintball, you have to do drills. Snap shooting, laning, running and gunning, even practicing sliding and things like that, doing like little circuits where you're incorporating all of those things. These are all things that are super necessary in paintball for you to become a stellar player. So that way you can be at the same level as players like Alex Goldman and Ryan Greenspan, guys that have really put in the effort and have been pro for a long time. It's hard to break into those different molds. The other tip that I would give is don't be a jerk. That's one thing that I would say. Some people just kind of have a reputation of stabbing people in the back or, just being jerks on the field, whatever, on and off the field. There's someone I'm thinking of and I don't want to say their name, but it hurts you in the long run. You don't want to be known as that guy because even if you're an amazing player, if people don't like you, you're not going to make it on the team. Literally, part of my tryout essentially at Atlantic City before I was like officially with the Kings now, the ML Kings, was how do I fit in with that group? Sometimes you're not going to be an exact fit for a certain team, and that's okay. But you want to make sure that you are doing things that people are going to, I don't know, they're just going to like you. You don't want to be just a jerk or just a weirdo. The next thing that I would say that is going to help you out a lot is honestly playing as much as you can. I understand that paintball can be expensive. I understand that it can be difficult to get out to the field. Honestly, even just getting out and doing drills and doing like those one ball drills that we've done before, or even just doing sliding drills in your backyard if you can, or anything like that where you can kind of fine tune your game. There are cheaper ways of being able to get better. Even, what is it, Atomic Pickle has those, it almost looks like a wiffle ball, but it's for paintball. So you literally could shoot in your house and it's not going to damage anything. Even just doing snap shooting with that stuff, and of course you turn down your velocity a lot, but it's going to be something that anytime you can get your gun in your hand and be able to do drills or be able to go and play is a benefit. It's going to be something that helps you out in the long run. So that would be something else that I would say. So even if other people aren't going to be able to go, just go and do drills. I mean, but if you have a chance of being able to go and play higher ranked players, I would try to get out there as much as you can. So an example of understanding the struggle, there was a practice that I had watched with, it was like PC Katana, Aftershock, and Damage. They all went and played, and they had a practice before. I can't remember what tournament it was. But literally at the end of the practice, I walked to the back line and started collecting all the paint that wasn't super dirty. And so that way I would have paint for the next weekend for practice. So I understand that it can be expensive, but sometimes you have to do weird stuff like that. I'm not sure if the field was too happy about that, but I was able to get like 2 cases worth of paint. It took me time to, wipe off the dirt or whatever and put it all in there. It shot pretty straight, so I was able to still get a good practice with it. But literally, like, there's things like that I've done. I know Izzy from Damage, well, he used to play with Damage. He had said that where he would go on like a Saturday, pick up paint off the back line and use that for Sunday for practice. And then he was able to go pro. So you have to do what you have to do. And if that means maybe picking up another shift at work or trying to do odd jobs, mowing the lawn. I know some of you guys might not be old enough for actually having a regular job, but just doing extra things so that way you can have more money for paintball is going to be a big thing for being able to become a pro player. The other thing, and I wish again that I had done this more when I was younger, is the way that I work out now is completely different than how I had done it back then. Actually, I really didn't work out a whole lot when I had first started playing. I think I had already been doing sports for a while or whatever, but the way that I'm working out now and the way that I'm looking at nutrition and all of that is something that I wish that I had done before. Now, of course, you get better with it all the time, but if this was something I could have started earlier, it would have helped me out. So that would be a recommendation as well that I would give to you guys, so that way you're going to be able to be getting better all the time. So that way when you get out to the field on the weekend, you've already had the whole week that you've been training and doing, whether it be like endurance training or strength training or speed training, whatever the case is. You notice a difference even after the first week of working out. So if you haven't started doing that, even if you can just do body weight stuff, do push-ups and crunches and lunges and jump squats and all that. There's a lot of apps that you can download where it's like CrossFit stuff, where it's just body weight. And you're able to go and do a whole bunch of stuff, and it's going to be great for paintball because you're doing a bunch of different things and kind of tricking your body, and it doesn't really know what you're going to be doing next. So that way you can, one, cut weight, but also you're able to become just a better and like faster player, because you don't want it to be that you get to a certain point, you can only play 3 points and then you get tired. So another thing that I would say is make friends. You want to make friends with people on other teams. You want to make friends with people in the industry. If you have sponsors, like let's say you're sponsored by GI, walking up at different tournaments, even just giving them like, hey, I got donuts or whatever for the crew, and people start to get to know you. You can start to hang out with them, whatever. That's going to be something that helps you out a lot, is that you're able to go ahead, get out, and you have your name out there. And then honestly, it's kind of like a job where you're able to have references. I mean, that's something that helped me out, was having people vouch for me. So it even gets your foot in the door to be able to go ahead and and kind of, okay, now I can prove myself. But getting in the door can be sometimes the hardest thing. So if you can make friends and people will be able to help you out. To all the people that have helped me out, thank you so much. You know who you are. A lot of people. There's a lot of people that have helped me out to getting to the point where I'm at today. The last thing I'll leave you with, I'm sure I could probably go on and figure out some other things that I could give you as to tips on being able to go pro, but don't give up. Literally, I've been trying to go pro for about 13 years. In the beginning, it was kind of just like, okay, I'm trying to just get into divisional paintball and being able to work my way up. But I was always told I was right on the cusp, and that always annoyed me because I would, I tried out with damage, and they were like, yeah, we felt like we were playing pro players, but we needed this. And at that time, it was more my weight. I was like 210 or something like that. So I've been working out a lot, and then I had the opportunity with Boom, and kind of same thing. Hey, you're right on the cusp. So I would say don't give up. If this is something that you really want to go after, really go after it. If that means traveling and doing things, do it. I literally flew up one time for one day. You guys saw the video. I flew up for one day to go and practice with Ronnie Dizon and with Aftershock, or some of the guys from Aftershock and from their semi-pro team. But I flew up. It was like sort of rainy and just gross conditions. But I literally flew up for one day to go and do drills with him. So that way you're getting your name out there more. You're able to go and play better people. If you're playing the same people all the time, you're not going to get better. You want to try to get out there and do different things. When I played with Prime, I had to leave work on Friday, drive for I think it was 8 hours, and sleep for a couple hours, and then practice Saturday, Sunday, and then drive back another 8 hours after practicing. And that's just what I did. It gets you in front of other people, and you're able to be better. don't give up on a dream that you have. Don't, for me, it was just a lot of work and a lot of prayer. You guys know that I'm a Christian, so it's something that is a big part of my life. So that was something that literally, like, it was a lot of those things, a lot of prayer and a lot of hard work, and it was able to get me to where I'm at today. So do you guys have any questions? Maybe I can do another Q&A depending on how many questions we get in the comments. But yeah, put the questions down in the comments below. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, I hope that this is something that helps you guys out. This is something I know a lot of you have goals and aspirations to get to pro. So thank you everyone for watching. And as always, remember, watch, learn, win. Thanks.